Hi guys, so recently on Instagram, on my stories, asking my audience to share questions they might have in regards to Puppy Book, which is my new book that got released in November, and it's an illustrated handbook for new dog owners. So I have here 9 questions that I think are the most relevant and have been the most frequently asked. When I did that was, how did I research for the book? That is a great question. So a big part of it is my personal experience with the dogs I've raised. I had dogs since probably before I can even walk. So it's been since I was a child, big responsibility for me to look after it. I had different dogs. I had German Shepherd. Now I have a Labrador. They're completely different breeds, but I have found that there are common things that, regardless of the breed, will happen. So part of it was that. Part of it was I've worked through the years. Hold on, this is reflecting. I've worked through the years with different trainers, and that is a lot of knowledge that you get only by working with one-on-one trainers, and they have their own methodologies, and by working with different ones you go and take what works for you best as a person and what works best for you dogs. And then separately, I have read a lot of books about dogs, and I went into the official website online, double checking my information. So it was a mixture between my knowledge, my experience with trainers, checking online, double checking the facts, confirming with my vet, especially when you went to do the health questions and foods. So that book would have not happened. This book would have not happened if I haven't had team of people I've worked through the years. Can I gift it to someone who already has a dog for a couple of years? Yes, but that depends on the experience of the dog owner. If the dog owner hasn't spent a lot of time training, if the dog owner still doesn't know a lot of questions about how to help their dog pulling, what foods the dog shouldn't eat, because I still meet to this day people who give their dog grapes, which is extremely toxic for the dog, by the way, so don't do that. So I would say yes, but you have to just double check how experienced they are. If they are not very experienced, it's a still great book regardless that the dog is 2 years or older. Is it useful if I'm adopting an older dog? Yes, this is one of the first things I talk about in the beginning of the book, chapter 2, preparing for your dog, and is the second thing, what is the difference between raising a puppy and a rescue dog? There's a huge difference, and you can get a rescue dog from any age. They can be from whenever they discover them. Usually they could be like 6 weeks sometimes, to like, no dog. And if you have never had experience raising a dog, regardless how old your dog is when you get it, I still think this is a great book. I know I call it a puppy because most people get dogs as puppies, but I call my my dog, who is 2 years old, I still call him a puppy, and forever he's gonna be a baby for me. So yes, you can still give this book to somebody who got a dog, and it's a rescue and it's older than a puppy. What makes my book different? That is a good question. I think my book is different in regards to that. It is made with bite-sized information. Let me just open it for you, and you can see that I have made it like illustrated, and I wanted people to easily find what they're searching for in the moment and easily answer that question specifically. I know when I was learning about dogs, I'll never had time to just sit and read a book at once for the dog, and all the information doesn't sink in because you have to practice in the moment. And separate to that, this book is a book plus a workbook part where, for example, you have a desensitization checklist, and you check if your dog have gone all to these places, he's been socialized. There is, helping you, like this page is helping you create your lead walking strategy. At the beginning, for example, where you can collect your most important details. I know that when it comes to the kennel name, the microchip number and all of that, I have them like, when you get your dog, you give them on these flying papers. So it's good to have everything in one place. So besides the book being a guidebook, it's also a keepsake where you can keep the first year memories of your dog and track its progress in training. So I think that's what makes my book different from any other book in the market. Why did you write this book? I wrote this book because I just didn't think there is a book like that in the market. I have, as I said, read a few books for dogs, and although they're books that are illustrated and pictured, some of the books, for example, I don't think contained enough information. There are some books, again, where you can write, but I just feel this book covered absolutely everything that you might need and leads you to where you can find more information and what to do in such a situation if the information is not here. Because, you know, if your dog gets sick and it's not improving, you should definitely go to the vet. I'm in no way saying, you know, oh, this book is gonna give you a way how to treat your dog, because I'm not a vet. Go to your vet. So I was inspired to write this book because the dogs I had, and I just personally think there wasn't a book like that in the market. The book is much different from what I initially had as an idea, but the more I was writing, the bigger the idea became and more things I wanted to put. And at one point I was like, I need to stop because the book's gonna get too big. And there we are, almost 250 pages in. That's the book. Will we help different breeds, or is it one specific? Yes, it will help every breed. Regardless of your breed, this is a really nice base for you if you never had a dog before, to start educating yourself, to help your dog be a better dog, and, you know, a well-behaved dog. So it's not based on one breed. It's regardless of your breed, this should be able to help you. What format is available? Yes, so it's available on ebook, paperback, and hardback, and you should find it on all the different stores. It's really everywhere. So you know where you can find the book. Thank you guys for all your questions. If you do have more questions about the book, I'm happy to share them. And yeah, go play with your puppies. Stop being on the app. Thank you guys.